Today we're going to talk about some residential framing.
We're back at our addition project, and as Adam introed for us, we're going to talk about the interior partition walls. So we've got a couple things to wrap up on our exterior walls yet, like some of the sheeting, but it's been really nice to use that to go into the trailer. So we've got one 10-foot wall to go, or 12-foot wall to go from here across, and then we've got a 10-foot wall to split them the other way. So we'll talk about those a little bit and go from there. Adam went ahead and started cutting up a bunch of our 10-foot 2x4s, and then I started laying out plates. So snapped a bunch of lines so we know what walls go where. Got a pantry here. Got a little 28-inch wall that jogs out to just kind of hide the door. We've got our bedroom wall and then our lunchroom wall. And then I went through and cut our plates, because then we could get all of our plate measurements. So we cut our plates, and then I started laying out our plates. So you can see on this one I've got P for partition wall, king stud, jack stud for an opening, jack stud, king stud, and our 16s. So now we're going to actually build that wall, set it aside, build the pantry front wall, set it aside, pantry side wall, set it aside, and this little guy here, set it aside. And then we'll build the big wall, stand it up, and then plop all the other walls into place. 3, please. Yes. C. So this is interior wall framing continued. These are pretty simple 2x4 walls. I usually do 2 nails to a 2x4 just to keep them from rolling. Some of these have a little extra in it because they're pretty twisted going up. So to take the twist out, an extra nail kind of helps hold it. But you certainly don't want to put in too many nails because then you just blow out the end. So our first little interior partition is up. So that was all of 3 studs. We're going to stand this wall up here, which we'll get that guy done. We're going to build that little baby wall and set it aside. And then we can run this long wall. So we'll get rid of the cut station. We'll lay it out that way so we can just stand it right up. So then we'll be in pretty good shape as far as interior walls go. We'll probably hang our ceiling ledger and get into ceiling next. So interior walls are pretty simple. Take a little bit of time. Go through your prints. Make sure your measurements are accurate. Snap some lines so that you have a good visual. Like I said in the wall layout video, I like to carry like a colored Sharpie with me just so that it sticks out like, hey, I got to do something different here. So that's just a good little trick. Keeps me thinking anyway. So we're going to get all these stood up. We'll show you what they look like, and then we'll jump into the next part. So we've been leaving off this last stud. That just makes standing it up against the wall a little easier. If there's any sheeting nails that are a little proud or anything, it'll skip past them. And then we can just add that last stud in once the wall's stood up. We can still tack it from the top. We'll toenail the bottom. And then that'll also help us to kind of pull this wall in and out a little bit. So it's the last of the, almost last. We got one more 3-studded wall, and all of our interior partition walls will be done. So then we can move on to other framing. Double top plates. Pretty simple. We let them into the exterior walls so that the connection there is really solid and not going anywhere. It's also a good place to use up some of the lumber that has some twists and turns in it. So we'll use the circular saw. We'll make 2 little marks, slice that guy out, and then this will all shift down over that onto that top plate and then over this. So that is going to make this wall here that is actually in between them really nice and tight. Then we'll do the same thing out here. We'll just do a little guy out to the end, and then this little 28-inch wall that I have we'll have to do the same thing with that, and we'll let that guy in over here. So then all of our double top plates will be done. That'll wrap up interior partition walls. So ceiling will, jump across here. So this area in front of the laundry room, the ceiling will be continuous from the kitchen into the laundry room, or up to that door. We've got our pantry here, fridge, cabinets, sink, cabinets. We got to build a wall here yet for the stove and its cabinets. And then here will be the door into the master bedroom, and this shakes out like 12 and some change by 16 or so. So it should be a pretty nice little addition. And then coming in the back door, we'll have some combination of washer, dryer, and slop sink. I'm not sure exactly what yet. And then I think we're going to do a little built-in unit on that wall. So it'll be a pretty big laundry room too, and it'll be able to look right through into the kitchen. We're going to blow that opening from the kitchen into the dining room up like 8 feet wide, so it'll be a pretty cool view from back here. That wraps up interior partition walls. We're going to go eat lunch and get ready to do the ceiling next, so stay tuned. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you guys in the next one.